You never really know when things are going to go wrong out on the water, but one thing's kind of guaranteed. Some of these long endurance races we see out on the water, we know things are going to happen. Just like a few weeks back at the Newport to Bermuda race. We saw several major incidents during that race, and this is the aftermath of one of them, as this vessel here got disabled offshore, and this was the look of the damage once it came back to Newport for repairs. Welcome back, guys, to this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. Of course, this wasn't the only vessel in the last few weeks that had to return to a port for repairs. Speaking of which, that's our first story this week, where a Norwegian cruise liner had to do the exact same thing. After on a cruise to Alaska, it wound up colliding with an iceberg. This particular vessel is the Norwegian Sun, and as mentioned on its most recent trip to Alaska, it wound up encountering a dense fog, limiting the crew's ability to see exactly what was in front of the vessel, causing the vessel to hit this growler seen in the images here. A growler is a large piece of ice that is typically broken off from a larger glacier or an ice shelf. Growlers typically are about the size of a truck, but they generally can be difficult to see because typically they only float a few feet above the water. The Norwegian Sun immediately after impact turned around and headed back to the port of Juneau, Alaska for an initial inspection to make sure the vessel was safe to continue on its travels. At that point, it was determined the vessel was safe to make its way back to Seattle where the cruise had originated. Fortunately, no injuries were reported due to the collision, but Norwegian did cancel the next cruise on the Norwegian Sun so repairs could be made. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us to Ventura, California, where a fishing crew woke up in the morning to find a crew member missing.
I got an interesting situation here. We're missing a crewman. His bunk is empty. We went to wake him up. His bunk is empty, and we've been searching the boat for 5 minutes. We don't know how long he's been gone. Go ahead and talk. I need some advice. This is spooky.
That was the captain of the commercial fishing vessel Crystal Bay, who awoke in the morning to find one of their crew members missing, but what they didn't know was the crew member who was missing had a habit of sleepwalking, and unfortunately in the middle of the night, somehow sleepwalked right off the vessel, as he awoke in the cold Ventura waters to see his vessel floating away. Somehow this sailor was able to stay awake and float in the cold Ventura water for almost 8 hours. Somehow he was able to swim his way into the main shipping lane where the vessel Ultra Esterhazy spotted him in the water and called the Coast Guard to rescue him. Somehow miraculously, this sailor survived with only a mild case of hypothermia. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Dubai, where this video right here shows a fire that broke out on a vessel this past week while the vessel was docked in Dubai loading cars en route to Yemen. And this may sound like a familiar story because it seems like about every other week right now we've talked about a car carrier catching fire while at sea carrying vehicles. And the strange part that's starting to catch people's eye on this is it's not like these are car carriers carrying a load of Toyota Corollas. Every time it's high-end luxury cars. And in this case, it's no different. This vessel was loaded with 195 cars ranging from Mercedes, Audis to Ferraris. There were 14 crew members working on board the vessel at the time the blaze broke out. They did their best to try and get the fire under control, but wound up having to evacuate the vessel before it became fully engulfed in flames. The vessel and its cargo have been written off as a total loss. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Hong Kong, where a few weeks back, the infamous Jumbo restaurant was moved from its current home in Hong Kong and was being moved to a new location. When a few weeks back, the owners of the restaurant alerted news media that during its transportation to its new home, the actual floating restaurant wound up capsizing near the Parcel Islands. The cause of the incident is being blamed on inclement weather, but of course there were lots of speculation swirling around this one, as this restaurant's been closed since early on in the pandemic and never reopened. And during its move, it's still never been fully released as to where it was being moved to, but the only thing that was known for sure was the reason it was being moved was the cost to keep it where it was no longer made sense since it was no longer operating. Early on in the story, it was claimed that the vessel actually sunk, but the owners of the restaurant quickly retracted that, stating just that the vessel had capsized. But they've not given a whole lot of additional information. Whether the vessel's still afloat or not is unknown at this time. And of course, rumors were circulating this could be an insurance scam, but the restaurant owners are claiming at this time that even if the vessel sinks, they can't claim an insurance claim on it due to the type of insurance they're carrying. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here, just like Ethan Salisbury, Ingo Koch, Ryder Gray and Harvey Pryor did this week, and if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.